Snacks and Innocent now have to do the majority of the damage. Oh, the FAMAS, man, he is that desperate. Really going to go for it. Innocent, however, with the M4, just catches them both looking the wrong way.
They're not clearing it properly. There's a chance for both parties, actually. Snacks, Kirby low. Snacks, one bullet to win. Looking for the push. Kirby going to eat this flash fully and still lock down the spray. Man, Snacks had the right tactic there. Had him full blind. Wow, that was close. That was 9 to 11 there.
Kirby feeling it.
Got to be counting your lucky stars.
Dude, full blind, and he gets the kill.
Yeah.
Gets the clutch. That is a monster round for Hyenas. And that would have been a tremendous round for Anonymo to win. Imagine that if they were just holding on to the saved AWP, and that wins you that round. That would have been huge. Anonymo, that was a round of eco, so they are still going to get a full buy going up now. Unfortunately, AZ fluffs the quad boost, so that is going to hurt, as Key is still posted up out here towards Fountain and mid, so he knows nobody is here yet. They were up to some shenanigans.
This is a lesser used setup. It's a little bit, volatile with that position. They do a good job of jiggling.
Wow, Snacks with the save, though. That absolutely had to happen.
Oh, without that, kiss the round goodbye.
But Anonymo, man, I think we're starting to approach the point of no return.
Definitely.
It's starting to get a little bit more of to become a bit more of a pressure situation here.
HYENAS have so much money. They won that clutch. They won the last rounds with a lot alive. Kirby is 22-9, having clearly a really strong game. Wow, a timing here. Snacks tries to go for that, and AZ wins the duel straight up. Hard to say it was a misplay. It was very close timing. Actually had him looking to the side for a second. But it's a honeypot, man. Snacks pushes. There's 3 CTs here. And the M4 spray is not amazing. There's one in the back of the site. Chance to trade here for Kyler. Can he get 2 frags is the question. He's waiting. He does mow him down. And, yeah, they don't expect Minio here as well. So maybe we have recessed from the event horizon. They're pulled out of the gravity here of Anonymo. However, I say that, and now it's a one-on-one, and it's Kirby. He won the last one. Can he win another one? Back-to-back to bring HYENAS to 13 and potentially force Anonymo to another save. He has no idea that this CT is here. I mean, this is too easy, actually.
NT. That's just not going to happen for you. Unfortunately, you just get a bad read sometimes. Seems like perhaps one of his teammates was telling him that he rotated long.
Yeah.
And that's just how it goes sometimes.
They do be like that sometimes.
Like Kirby, man, he is definitely showing that he has still got the firepower here. 23 kills for him, 23, 3, and 10. So, I mean, really popping. And the rest of, it's just very even across the board for Anonymo, but nobody really standing out in terms of just trying to take over the game. And so we'll see if anybody steps up to the plate, as this is going to be a buy for both sides. Fesser with the double.
That is crazy spray control from Fesser. I mean, I want to say when they needed it the most, but they continuously do this. Strong individual displays.
And he was protected from Snacks' flash. Snacks put a flash in there. Key was blinded. And Fesser is just a merc. And now, well, what are you going to do here, Snacks?
Is this a flank? Well, oh, it's actually a kill. It's actually a kill for the CT side, which, okay. I mean, again, we're looking, it's all about timings here. And the shot is missed from AZ. Well, Minio looked like he wanted to swing that door open.
It's all over the place.
With all of his force. But yeah, it's 3v3, and we're very close now. So this is just a full-on retake server. And Gage just wins that duel with Kyler. Op is still up here for Snacks. He's going to rotate down. But will they even attempt it? It looks like they're thinking, oh, wow, 2 ops. That's kind of tasty.
You saved the double op? Really? Okay. I mean, you have not used this strategy yet on the CT side. It could be something that could, potentially catch HYENAS off guard.
Yeah, it's gift and a curse here, because they're like, okay, we have the second op, we can't turn that down, but do we want it? Will this benefit us or not? It's hard to say. HYENAS, if they could see this, then there might be a fast B hit on the horizon, but
where would you put that second op then? Because Snacks has been going mid restrooms with his, and he's been pushing long with it, right?
Thing is,
I guess you could put the other one towards Monster.
Yeah.
Then if it is a Monster rush, then you're only going to get the one unless they line up.
Yeah. So we'll see where Minio's spawn is actually, to see if there's anything special that he can do, or he's just dead center right now. He's leaning towards B. But is there an investment behind this? Oh my god, there isn't even. Money is in a tight spot here.
Just play off the ops. They're going to do all the work. Done.
Yeah. And I mean, now that they save this, they have a real chance even without investing anything. One player going downstairs. Where is Minio at? Over on short, pushing off. And they are getting a lot of control. But at the same time, Hyenas are doing a great job of avoiding the problem entirely. I cannot believe they're actually going long considering they know the op presence is still up. But Snacks is not here to fight them. So, honestly, this is just, I want to say a really smart round from Hyenas, but I'm also pretty surprised that they even attempted this. However, they seem to be a bit hesitant about actually turning this corner. Maybe they are afraid of the op. And now the CTs are starting to rotate back over. So is this genius or madness? I think every second that comes off the clock, the ops get more and more powerful.
Snacks, I mean,
oh, they're going to...
Nobody is going to be there to greet him. Minio's over on B as well. The ops are completely out of the picture. And there it is. Quick turn of speed. Nice openers again, Fesser.
Fantastic. Finally, a duel being won by the CT side, but it is just looking like a consolation prize. They will hightail it out of there.
All the way back to T-spawn.
Yeah.
Just go to T-spawn, Snacks.
Yeah, maybe you should go save inside their site again. Go save inside B. That's.
Now, Minio is still hanging around exactly in graffiti right now, so see if he can find anything. Or if it's just going to be him chilling out. I think it is just going to be him chilling out. Hyena's not going to bother hunting. There's not like, I mean, they have money, but if you can just play it clean and not hand over any AKs or anything like that, that's fine. It's going to be 14-9. I mean, already a better showing from Anonymo, for sure. They didn't get blown up this round. But
I feel like that was a nice mind game from Hyenas where I feel like the #1 place you wouldn't want to go, anti-eco or anywhere there's there's one op is long, but they end up going there when there's literally 2 ops. And they might only know about one. And they hesitated a bit to allow for rotation, but then they continued forward fast. And Hyenas, Anonymo, I can get why they didn't want to be so obvious with that op presence, but it ended up potentially costing them. Minio takes some damage. Snacks hits a shot. He hits easy, but he just kneecaps him.
He's still limping along.
Yeah, he's still alive.
Minio and Key, however, still here. And there's Key chiming in. Finally, Fesser, the beast, laid low. It's a 4-on-4. Damage dealt on both sides. Engaged with the wallbang shot. No, just going to take Innocent out of the picture. Kirby there as well. 2-man advantage, and Minio and Key, there isn't a whole lot they can hope to achieve here. They're stuck. Wrong side of the smoke.
Wow, individually, Hyena's just a bit too strong. The majority of their duels are being won. And now we're in a position where literally the only person from Anonymo that's positive is Snacks, 14 and 13. And it's just because he's been forced to kind of save the op a number of times. So Hyenas have done a good job of avoiding him. Minio dies 15-9 for Hyenas, and it feels like map 3 is coming fast.
And it's going to be Mirage for
and
a third map as well. So, again, we're going to get...
Hyenas have played, Anonymo have played 2 best-of-3s and Mirage 3 times.
Yep. Oh, Mirage is going to be it's going to show up a lot. They're going to have a lot of experience on it. But then again, Kirby and the lads are going to have a lot of tape to go off of as well. So they're looking dialed in. And for a team that wants to play a bit more aim-centric style, I mean, Mirage is, perfect as far as Hyenas are concerned. Anonymo will be hard-pressed. It is going to be the 4th spot coming in from Anonymo with that AWP on Snacks. 4 players down on the B site again. Anonymo really counting on Hyenas hitting this site. Key alone in mid, just here to provide the info. The Hyenas are taking their time with this clock.
I was very impressed with Anonymo on Mirage both times. I think on the one hand, I was very, very impressed. I think that's what they were at their best.
Okay.
Watch them play. So, but after this map, credit to Hyenas. I'm kind of very impressed individually by their plays, and I think they actually organized quite well here on T side, like quite balanced in terms of CT and T side. And I don't want to characterize this as a lost map already, but it feels like we're coming close to that. Now, we've got the right idea for Anonymo, but will this position get hard cleared? It looks like yes. It's a bit of a faulty setup with flash cover, and Snax is forced to turn his attention back towards long. And here's where the smoke come in to stop the rotations. The plant can come down, and there's no one even at stairs. Surely no chance here for Anonymo, surely.
This angle, nastiness. Now Daisy's gonna back off, and now we go. This is just unfortunate. Innocent and Kyler, last two alive now for Anonymo. 5 players here for Hyenas. There's no saving the guns this time. They got to try and get in here with this fight, and it's just not meant to be. 16-9 the score at the end of the map. We are going the distance. A third map in this best of 3. Mirage is coming up next, and dude, Hyenas, they're looking fierce. Show after Anonymo managed to pick up the first map in this series on Nuke.
Yeah, I mean, this is the one on record with this lineup. Finally, HLTV, we've got some stats here.
There we go.
For Hyenas, and individually, they look prepared. They look prepared on Overpass, and clearly, Anonymo came with a game plan on Overpass. They had some stuff. They had some stuff in the first half. They looked obviously as bad as I guess they did versus NIP on their CT side, and so there's stuff to work on there.
100% win rate now on Overpass for Hyenas.
Never lost. Never lost.
Never lost Overpass,
Can they do
guys.
the same on Mirage is the question. So we'll find out after, once again, revisiting the desk, talk about Overpass, and then coming in for Mirage as the final map in this decider match. Wakes me into sweaty sheets. Abandons me when nights died out. What can I do? What can I do? So I better use my legs and run before it is too late to flee. I feel there is no other way. It's what I can do, what I can do. Then I want to be with you, but you know there's music too. Don't let jealousy hurt you. Stop this, get right. Stop this, get right.
Hyenas will be sending us to a third map here on Mirage. Anonymo falling once again on Overpass. A little bit different this time from their 16-3 loss to NIP, in that they chose to start on the T side. So we finally got to see what their T side looks like. Did you guys have any impressions about their T side on Overpass versus what we saw later, and we'll get into, which was their CT side, which was kind of equally disastrous?
Yeah, T-side for Anonymo, honestly, this first half looked pretty promising for them. Looked like, okay, maybe their CT side, what we had saw versus NIP was an incomplete, illustration of what they can accomplish on Overpass. Well, they relied a lot on site executes, a lot of fast plays that ended up actually securing some round wins for them. But, you know, I got the sense that maybe they didn't have the best feel on a default to actually spread the map and find openings, and so they relied kind of falling back on what I just mentioned, some fast plays that Hyenas weren't quite prepared for. So in 9-6 half first starting out, things were looking good for Anonymo.
Yeah, and looking at these stats too, a bit interesting that Anonymo could get 9 rounds, but their top fragger only had 14 kills, which is a very low number of kills for actually winning 9 rounds in this game.
Yeah, it's I feel like the stats right there surprisingly actually tell a decent picture when you look at Hyenas, though. I think when you look at Carby's numbers in particular, that's when you see that Anonymo really never had a chance going A in that first half, and that's because Carby just did such a great job in terms of locking down that bomb site. I think Launders put it a few different ways. It was like Detective Carby, Carby going incognito. I don't know. There's plenty of synonyms we can throw out there for how he was
Private Eye Carby.
PI Carby. Yeah, everything he was doing was just really well done. He was sneaky. He was getting around them. He was outmaneuvering them, and that's what no one on Anonymo could do on their CT side, in my eyes. The Carby was just such an X factor in terms of being able to just suss out what Anonymo is doing right now as they're moving in a pack, and there was no kind of match for him in terms of an Anonymo player.
What was it about the CT side now for Anonymo that continues to fail? Where do they need to really buck up and improve their gameplay on Overpass to make that work? Because now we've seen it in 2 maps, and it has been tragic on both occasions.
I think Maui actually just touched on it. For the side of Anonymo, it really seemed like, okay, maybe sometimes they would find an opener, maybe even things up at 4-on-4, but you know, the follow-up to that was almost like they would be getting surprised when the execution would finally come on the bomb site. They'd be able to walk up all the way at long A or front bathrooms and take these challenges where Anonymo aren't necessarily favored. You saw the damage occasionally coming out, and you thought maybe it would be a tight round. But a lot of the time, even if it came down to a 1-on-1, 2-on-2, you know, Anonymo was losing almost all the clutches throughout this game. And Kirby, somebody who you mentioned as, you know, really stepping up in that light. Well, you know, 2 or 3 different rounds where he's coming up with a 1-on-2, a 1-on-1, and that can really just kind of totally shift the momentum of a half. I feel like on CT side, you know, the few rounds where they had ops in play, even towards the end when they were saving the double ops, they just weren't able to get anything past, you know, an opening kill or 2. And for me, I think, you know, Snacks is trying to be that dynamic guy who's always kind of, you know, roving around, finding information, finding the mid-game, and determining the read for the CT side. But, you know, it really just didn't pan out very often for them.
Yeah, they mentioned, or Innocent, when he talked to Freya, talked about how Kyler was this young Yakinder, how he's just so aggressive and they let him do what he wants, but I saw really none of that here. I didn't really see him actually push out for information, and Overpass is a map of pushing and pulling. If you're giving up space towards B, you need to take space towards A, and vice versa. And I never really saw that kind of dynamic from beyond Snacks, like Lex said. I didn't really see anybody from the Anonymo side that took that kind of initiative, and if you're to push back onto the bomb sites, you are going to lose a lot of rounds.
Yeah, Innocent was a lot of the times the guy who was over near bathrooms, kind of trying to play like the rat role almost, the classic first style where you're trying to backstab players at long A or come through the front of the bathroom smokes. And 1 or 2 times we saw him find an opener, and then a lot of the time it just seemed like once he was eliminated and dealt with, there was no more A defense to speak of.
Right. They just kind of kept playing this also jump spot style that after a while you need to push forward a little bit, or maybe even re-push towards long. Just any of those kind of like late round plays they just didn't seem to have.
That's actually an interesting point. And I think if you're going to rely on jump spotting to get your kind of mid-round information on CT side, once Gade punished that first, you know, jump spot headshot, nice snap headshot, he's clearly in his Kovacs, game lab, whatever.
Exactly.
But you just kind of get the sense that, okay, well, now they're going to be terrified to jump spot that again, and the information is just going to be that much less, which maybe is why they were so surprised every time they'd walk up onto A.
Right.
Were you seeing any of the same problems, at least on the CT side of Nuke, being a little bit too passive potentially on the defense?
I think on Nuke though you can actually no, because on Nuke what Anonymo did is that if they lost control towards outside, they would push towards lobby, which is just a really common reaction on that map. But on Overpass, you need to do the same thing. You need to push towards bathrooms, push towards long, push towards water. And Anonymo just kept playing bomb sites and playing all the way back as if they were playing a retake style, but it never even felt like they had nades to really commit to a proper retake either.
Agreed.
And in terms of the economy too, how big of a factor, because we saw so many saves, you know, trying to pull back with the double ops, and yes, it can be prudent, but you need to strike at some point in time, right? Because at the end of the game, it really just felt like Anonymo was just on the floor, slowly bleeding out and unwilling to make a play that could actually win them the map.
Yeah, I would say that the saved ops for them just didn't work out. But then again, I don't think really anything was working out. So they were just trying something, and
Were they?
Yeah,
It seemed like they weren't trying anything.
I mean, they actually, there was a pretty cool setup where actually Snacks was in connector, he was holding that line, and Minio was holding in water through that tunnel. So that gives them a lot of information. So you should know that the play has to go towards A. But then I remember they had 3 pistols stacked up towards A, and none of them found a single kill. So the ops were in decent position, but then the pistols didn't really capitalize off of knowing what they did.
Yeah, I mean, and having a good economy, a healthy economy, whatever, I mean, it kind of harkens back to what we were just talking about in terms of the clutches, right? Kirby had the big 1v2 there towards the end of the half where it was honestly, you saved the op, you had forced it into that round, and, you get the opening frags, it's a 3-on-2 or whatever it was, 3-on-1, and then he comes up big in a hot moment. And to me, that's like, okay, you just broke the CT's money for essentially the rest of the half.
Yeah.
And you face that 2 different times in a game where, you invest quite a bit into a round. You get the openers, you have the number advantage early, and it's looking like, okay, Anonymo's finally going to wrap this up. Things are going to get close. And then Kirby just snatches it away.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's take a look at one thing that Anonymo did well, which is that they had some, better T-side plays. We actually got to see it this time. And you guys wanted to talk about round 7 and what that looked like from Anonymo on an execute.
Yeah, because the first time around we watched Anonymo, we didn't really have a lot to talk about. So kind of when this was unfolding, we thought, okay, maybe Anonymo have some strats here. This is just a nice set piece out of spawn in terms of the flashes are flying over. You see that Minio jumps all the way into the opposing team's water. And even after that, there's more flashes as Anonymo kind of got choked up there at some point. And then they still had flashes, as you could see, assisted, or Snacks assisting Key there with the couple of kills as he was getting into the bomb site. And all in all, I mean, Lex, what would you like about this?
Well, it's a 4-player stack at B for Hyenas and Anonymo, just the layers of utility. So many Molotovs, so many flashes coming over the top, and none of the teammates are getting team blind. You see that? Like, Minio literally went over the top of that site, completely had full vision. All 3 players in pit are full blind. That is just perfect timing out of Anonymo.
Okay, so let's change it up now and look towards the future, towards Mirage, right? This is a map that I was a little bit surprised to see. I thought there might be some sort of handshake on Vertigo as the final map, but Hyenas did end up vetoing that one out, knowing that Anonymo was strong on it, even though they did pick it in their previous matchup. So what does Mirage mean for these 2 teams right now? And are you guys still thinking that Anonymo is going to be able to squeak out with this match win?
I mean, the preparation on both Nuke and Overpass has been adequate for Hyenas. It's not as though this is like some great strategic blunder from Anonymo. That clearly they thought they could come out on top on Overpass, but Mirage for me is a little bit of a different story considering they just played NIP on it, again. And to me, that's a little scary because Hyenas obviously have there's no film on these guys. This is basically a blank slate of a team. You have no idea what to expect outside of maybe what people are whispering about in scrims. But beyond that, right, this is just basically Anonymo showing up, having to put their best foot forward. And as far as Mirage goes, that could be anything at this point.
Yeah, and I like that you bring up that all they probably have to go off of is whispers and scrims or something like that, is that if a couple of these players had more experience against the X-North kind of trio, maybe they would understand the tendencies of some of these players, but not any of these players have faced off against really that X-North team. I mean, most of these guys were kind of in the doldrums of Tier 2 Polish CS, so they don't really have even the experience to rely on in terms of how did they play when they were under MSL, and that's going to really come back to bite them, because they're going in blind in this.
Well, at the same time, though, we saw some really good games from Anonymo on Mirage versus NIP. Now, clearly, I think that this choice from Hyenas means that they do have some, because of the information from the 2 Mirages they played against NIP, they're going to feel confident in some anti-stratting, right? Mm-hmm. But at the same time, Snacks really popped off yesterday and looked extremely dangerous on this map with the AWP, and he seems perfectly capable of carrying this team over the finish line.
Yeah, I think Anonymo right now is definitely the favorite going into map number 3. It's just scary for Anonymo because you don't really want to end the whole Flashpoint 3 run such as this to lose to a team on Mirage, because Hyenas might just abuse some of the same things that NIP saw were the weaknesses for Anonymo. And for those in particular, I would point to a lot of the extremity fights where NIP was getting advantages was when they were targeting the B anchor, when they were just hitting just A execs. It just felt like they didn't even have to, NIP didn't have to worry about the middle of the map where Anonymo was dominating, in my opinion, because the B side hold, the A side hold was just so weak. They don't even need to go for those typical pinches.
I think you're absolutely right. And while I will agree that, I think Anonymo is favored coming into map 3, and, for Mirage, I don't think they're going to be uncomfortable at all. And obviously they've been playing it recently, but, just thinking about the film aspect just one more time, you're going to go back and you mentioned how dominant Snacks was on the CT side of Mirage in particular. I mean, that's just, even like on his T side, where he likes to pick now. Like, where he found success against an IP, and that's just going to make it that much easier to avoid and be aware of it. And that's something that makes me a little wary for all of our Anonymo predictions going into map 3.
Well, we are going to see this map soon, but before we get into it, I do want to talk, because we've spoken a little bit about AZ and KRB and them having very good performances, but a player that you guys have been talking a lot about as we watch the matches backstage has been Fesser. And so I want you to describe his style, because his stat lines haven't been amazing, but his impact has been really important at very crucial situations.
Yeah, it feels like Fesser is often left to fend for himself in a lot of these situations. I would say that his biggest impact on Overpass was especially on the T side when he was holding towards A in kind of their 1-1-3 default. So he's supposed to be that solo A guy, and he would either not die or he would find kills. And if you cannot die, you're already doing your job. But if you find kills, then you're going above and beyond what your role is.
Yeah, and he's got some sick mechanics. I mean, we've seen already some actually pretty sick highlight reel clips out of him. And he's willing to entry, and he's somebody who's clearly willing to take on a lot of responsibility for this team. Considering how little I personally know about him as a player, I think it's really exciting to see him do well here.
All right, well, we are ready to get into our third and final map of Mirage, so it's back to the casters, Launders, and Semler.
Are we sure it's going to be the last map of the series?
We may get a fourth.
We got this cursed map of Mirage. How many times will we see it? But I mean, in these 2 times that we have for Anonymo, they were awesome. I mean, at least it was really fun to watch.
Yes.
I think Snacks looked fantastic on the map, and I think, he really tried his hardest, especially on that second go of it. But
oh yeah. He was the main reason why it was competitive, wasn't it? I mean,
yeah.
He had so many big rounds. You got to give it to Rez as well. He also had some crazy.
Oh yeah,
crazy
Rez
plays.
was going crazy.
But
that 3 from Sandwich was crispy clean.
Crispy clean, Mr. Clean. The knife rounds. We're not commentating a knife round, but we are. All right, there we go. So Hyenas will get to decide which side they want to start on when you win the knife. I assume they're going to want to start on CT side.
I like CT side more. I mean, even if a map is T favored, I just enjoy playing CT side more.
It just gets you warmed up.
You just sit somewhere and hold an angle.
It's a feel for the situation.
So
exactly.
Comfy. So comfy.
So cozy.
I like USPs. It's just great.
Stay comfy, guys.
Exactly. Get cozy.
But then Hyenas, they're not known for their comfort or the comfort that they bring.
Mm-hmm.
Usually it's cackling, some yipping.
Like Hyenas in the wild, they're officially scavengers, right?
Yeah.
They'll only eat like off a carcass or something like that.
Exactly.
Okay. So Anonymo will have to beat themselves, I think, for Hyenas to win this. We'll see if they can.
Or never mind. Well, we're going to leave this gun. All right, it's already into it. Very quick A play coming in here from Anonymo. Nice delayed flash. Fesser ate that one, but they have still to, they get rid of him. There it is.
Rock in a hard place. You got a peek, but there's not really a good peek to take, especially stuck at triple. So, like you pointed out, oh, Jesus, it's that late flash. And now Rock in a hard place again, but this time against the T's. Innocent stuck in the other side of window. And Hyenas now a chance of the retake. This has become very real as Kyler takes the risk and re-peeking into the window.
Gate has a smoke.
They've got really good post-plant positions, but yeah, as you mentioned, the smoke to obscure vision, and Snacks doesn't even bother shooting. Excuse me. They do have to kill him, I think, at some point. I can't believe that just happened. And no time for the defuse. Kirby can't win it, even though he's got the kills. That was kind of nuts. Snacks was literally right beside
Dude, that got way too close.
Wrapped all the way around triple just to show how sneaky he is.
That was way, 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 way too close for comfort. Bomb planted, though, by Anonymo. And the bomb, the plant defended, obviously, but that was way too close from Snacks. That was like half a second left on that defuse.
Yeah, he needed help though as well from the A-ramp, his A-ramp player too. I mean, that was crazy stuff. He was really, I think, thinking one step ahead as he usually does with where's the next player who might be trying to cover this. But yeah, he could have easily just got the kill and left. But I mean, you know, Snacks is the guy with the major win. And
Nicely done.
storied history. Not me.
Very nicely done there from Borup, picking up 2, or at least the 1 kill with 2 shots. And so it's a 4-on-4 scenario now. Anonymo looking better and better. And I mean, they're going to have, so many reps on this map now over the past couple of days. And so
yeah,
they're going to be able
light
to.
work.
Exactly. They're going to be able to go and have quite a few strategies to build on.
Jumping clear at Glade.
And that's
You
unfortunate.
gotta put the dignity away and just jumping clear it with the MP9.
Yeah. Take a page out of Russia's book.
Yeah, I mean it literally just gets stronger. The more you jump, you might as well do it.
The Book of Rush.
You're not gonna.
Thou shalt yeet yourself out windows onto B-site Mirage. Thou shalt not hate thy teammates for not trading you.
Is that
It's deep.
Is that
It's very
the
deep.
Testament, the New Testament?
Yeah, it's very deep. It's the Book of Rush.
Book of Rush.
Edited by Blame F. Published by where Lake Publishing
Lake
House. There you go.
House, there you go.
See, there we go. We get to it eventually. 2-0 in favor of Anonymo, and this will be the hard eco now from Hyenas. And very solid work here. And actually, I'm very curious now, and if we could bring that up, actually. I mean, if Alan could get in touch with us, because Alan is watching. He is like the eye in the sky right now. But he tweeted a stat a few days ago where it was like a 40% conversion rate for second rounds after pistols in this tournament. As a whole.
For who? Oh, for everyone.
As everybody, right? Like we were just getting 40% of the rounds, the second rounds converted after pistols. And so I'd be curious to know if we're seeing that trend. Yeah, if we're continuing to see that trend, or if it's kind of lowered down a little bit, gotten a little bit more reasonable.
I think we're getting to the point where it's weird because the Deagle hasn't been changed, but definitely the odds of winning a round with the Deagle have changed a little bit more recently, where Deagles are just being used in such a way now where they're just winning rounds. These 5 Deagle buys that people used to do are just being done a little bit better now, and they're actually resulting. It's just it looks so hard to defend sometimes.
Yeah, I mean it's just double body shot or single headshot, and
aiming for the stomach now is one thing. Slugging their opponents and abusing the jiggle too. That's a big one. There's not much you can do if they jiggle tag you, and
it's like, why bother using the R8 when you can do it better with the Deag?
Yeah.
It's almost what the R8 was designed for, right? To time that jiggle peak with. But I mean,
you can just jiggle.
Yeah, you can just jiggle with the Deag. So
the whole time. You can always jiggle.
So why bother?
You're dead.
Ah, he gets that Viking funeral though. Takes one with him.
Wow, I tried to almost make fun of him, but
he will be welcome in the halls of Odin. Well, Borup, 1v3. He's got the Deag. Let's see. He can get a shot. Top, mid, long range. Spots him.
Yeah. I remember Sponge said once, every shot, every kill Borup gets looks like a headshot because of how sharp he is. Oh,
no
there,
way.
There it is. Wow. Yeah, it's just super clean. He was like, who clears that? Who clears that like that?
And now you get an M4 for free?
Wow.
Get out of here.
We said thank you. That's for me?
That is so nuts. What a shot from Borup.
Wonderful stuff.
Well, we were just talking about the Deags, and there you go. Put on full display. That is the 3rd round on the T side for Anonymo. Only 2 players surviving, but they'll be able to full buy, no problem.
That's the thing, though. Every time you lose 3, you lose that economic surplus most of the time.
Yes. It's harder and harder to build the bank. Somebody's got to force, and that's always painful. But now we are going to get that M4 in play, but it's just a full buy, fully equipped on the side of Hyenas. A little light on kits, i.e. no kits, which is a little troublesome. No, okay, they have 1 on Kirby. I was about to say, like, no kits, really. But they have 1 on Kirby. Looked like Anonymo may have wanted to go for a little bit of aggression here towards B early on. Just bullets everywhere.
Yeah, they go 1 for 1 here, and you know, Gate's the victor, but they get info on this one player on A. So this is huge. The lean towards B comes out, and Minio has a chance to actually shut down a player in the window.
Oh boy.
Duel 3-0 turn to 4-0. Kirby dies on Cat, doesn't win that duel. Minio back turn to the A site, but the smoke top con, they've got all their bases covered.
Oh my. They're in there. They've got that bomb planted. Borup and Gade just not going to want to fight at all here.
Wow.
Back off, save the AWP, save the AK. That's a lot of room in mid that was taken advantage of there from Anonymo. Getting Minio up and ladder like that is crazy.
They're good at Mirage, man. They're very good.
Well, you know, you keep running drills, man. You keep running drills over and over again, and eventually
This,
it clicks.
yeah. This op is pretty nice, isn't it? Come on.
What do you mean, like the skin?
This one, yeah.
It's what the snake, right?
Yeah. But I don't know.
It's pretty cool, but it's too much blue in it. I've got the
Yeah.
Forest D-Pack gloves. I can't be using that kind of. It's like too blue turquoisey.
Is it blue? One of us is colorblind.
What?
I don't see.
Is this the dress? Are we just gonna start arguing whether or not it's blue or green?
Is it blue?
It's got blue in it. Dude.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like the green isn't dark green. It's,
Oh,
it's like kind of lighter green, right?
Some kind of water snake, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Which is it's a sick skin. It's just not gonna go on my gloves. You're not gonna. It's just not gonna work.
Oh, it's blue on there.
You're just too. You just can't look away from the snake.
Yeah.
Well, let's see Anonymo now 4-0 on the T
4-0.
side.
4-0 looking for 5-0. Lots of grenades. The op. The CTs, on the other hand, have an op in response, and AZ was really good with the op on Nuke, especially. Don't know how comfy he is opping on Mirage, but he is not. You know, he has opped in the past. Can't be worse than Nico at opping on Mirage. That's the low bar.
Yeah, where you buy the op once and then proceed to never op again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got better. Not on CT side. He actually got better on T side, I think, but pretty funny stuff.
Oh, whoa, that is a missed opportunity, but it still sets it up for Kyler. Kirby going to find the wrong side of that duel. Man advantage for Anonymo with 48 seconds on the clock. And Minio once again getting into ladder, and they are going to split towards A. AZ going to catch out Minio, and Gade could ruin the party here. He's on the bomb site. They're going to have to check this.
Yeah, they do. Oh, they had that flash too. I think Gade needed to be a bit more aggressive in that spot to get some compensation. Fessor surely is going to get traded. No, they're going to let him go free. A couple of weird interactions here for my money. Nazy from up top. They'll get punished. That was quite a Hail Mary. Wow, everybody trying their luck here on the roulette wheel. I didn't like that round from either team, I won't lie.
Yeah, that really makes me wonder if Gade should have just committed to the corner. You know what I mean?
They were scaling, right? Once they get to that part, you know, he's got to expect that flash peek is going to come in, and they didn't see anyone on A. I think he was feeling a bit too lucky, and then I'm surprised this trade didn't come out right away. And then Fessa repeats, and then, you know, AZ shoots again and then goes up. It's
Yeah.
It's a bit desperate.
I was just trying to make some kind of play happen. It's 5-0 right now, and Anonymo are just looking more and more comfortable.
But it is
Snacks, however, is struggling to hit some some shots that I feel, you know.
But he's kind of like he shoots a lot though. He doesn't take 1 or 2 shots around. He takes like 5 or 6. So there's always a chance for him. Of course, he could just get 1D'd one of these days, but and it is that 5 Deagle round that can always be so scary here for Hyenas. 3 smokes as well to create some temporary cover, create some new angles. But the full A exec can be a nice remedy, especially to mid control, especially with right side smokes coming in. The CTs can be out there, but they can't rotate in. So this might be just a great call from Anonymo. It feels like these days people are saving their full execs for just rounds where they don't have to try that hard, just because, just in case. And there's a window for a kill that could have came down. Will they flash CT spawn, or are they going to stay curled up here?
I think they just stay and wait for them to fight him out here. They've got their way out through a ramp right now. Innocent has cleared it. He sees that there's no flank. Palace is held by Snacks. Again, they know that they have a way off of this bomb site. So no need to go and, you know, donate guns, although Minho is thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
He's got Innocent with him right now. Beautiful studio.
Oh, what a studio.
And Kirby is gone, so too bad.
Dude, your fucking laugh is so good.
Too bad advantage, my dude.
Every time you laugh when we're like in the green room, I laugh when you laugh. I don't even hear the joke. I just laugh.
You know, it's just key is to be happy, Loners, man. Just feel it.
Very
Channel the inner child as we get to enjoy some CS. 6-0 though.
Yeah.
You know who's not enjoying this right now?
Ooh, one guess.
Hyenas.
Hyenas?
Hyenas are
Yeah.
getting mauled like they ran into a pride of lions on the Serengeti.
There you go. Would you rather be a lion? It's like the sprout, the sprout dilemma. You know, why didn't you name yourself Tree? Okay. Well, second chance for Fester. Oh wow, a second win for the whole squad. Him and Kirby, they're doing everything. I mean,
Here we go.
This isn't much of a lurk. They get smacked up. All at the top of mid, just to the rifles as well. That couldn't have gone better.
Monster flashes coming through. They were just completely blinded.
Man, over 10K on 4 players there for Anonymo. It's been not only just 6 rounds in a row, but very, very easy 6 rounds in a row. So, you know, the way back in for Hyenas, of course, is to win a round like this where they don't lose anybody. And oh, I guess they mollied the window, so they had a little bit of one way there, as well as the cat push.
Oh, Easy missing the jump. Unfortunate. Unfortunately, well, fortunately for him, rather, he is not going to get peeked. He is not going to get caught, and so there's nobody in mid this time around for Anonymo. They got chased away. So that's going to be the underpass lurk coming in from Kyler and Innocent. Man, this is super passive from Anonymo. Do you reckon they feel like Hyenas are going to try and make desperation moves, and that's why they're just kind of holding everywhere?
I think they might be trying to scare them a little bit with the underpass play, and then see if they, then they can come and take it over here. So I think they try to starve them, and they're actually just trying. Oh wow, they get window. There's no one watching this, and the grate is broken open. This is a really big gap. I mean, this is a huge kill. Kyler, is he going to be aware of this? It looks like he is not ready at all for it. Fesser will have one pass by, and Kyler gets taken down inside of the smoke. 2 coming up a ramp. Gade in the same position under the window. No support for him as the flash comes in late, and oh my god, Snacks over top of the bricks with an op of all guns gets that frag. Could have very easily died there. That was pretty beautiful by Snacks.
So nuts that he actually manages to get that.
Fucking futs.
Exactly.
It's crazy. Wow.
Yep. 7-1 fixing to be here for Anonymo.
Wow.
And Hyenas right now are just wishing that they could go back to taking duels. It's like, please, guys, can we actually just go back and fight them again? And unfortunately, Anonymo just not going to even let them have the chance.
Yeah, they kind of just responded immediately to what they saw that last round. They're like, all right, you guys were like super hot on mid with all those peaks. Let's just starve you out for a second and hold the extremities and then come back, take mid late. It's the perfect call. But then also the big gap for Hyenas, which I think was just a pretty bad mistake, was not they left the grate. They broke the grate, but they also didn't play in window. And then they left window open to be boosted into, so they just had no way of protecting themselves against some kind of, late window push.
Late window flank coming in.
You can leave it open, but you have to also leave somebody to either watch the window itself or leave the grate broken.
Woo! What a shot from Kirby,
Oh,
though.
that's crazy. Yeah, everyone hit some nice op shots.
Damn. Dude, that's fast.
Wowzer.
That's sick, though. I'm glad to see this individual level coming in from Kirby, at least. I mean, he is definitely hitting shots. Was the hero of overpass for Hyenas, and he's topping the scoreboard right now for him here on Mirage. But it isn't a whole lot to go off of. It just feels like everybody's a bit more comfortable on Anonymo right now on Mirage. Everybody's hitting shots.
They're a tricky team, man.
Gotten plenty of practice.
And I think their strength is it's very much in the tactics and the mid round and like these timings where I think you take a simple map, they can make it very, very creative. So is there going to be some initial pressure? No, late flash over to AZ. It's going to push him off his position inside of mid, and it looks like these two will meet potentially on the ramp. I don't know if a push is going to come all the way through. Gade sitting back and waiting. Everybody just defaulting. And this is, I feel like it's very hard to read versus Anonymo. You know, sometimes they play rounds out all the way until the last 20 seconds. Sometimes everyone's dead in the first 20 seconds. It's very hard to say what pace they'll move at and if you can push or not, which I think is only a compliment to the team. You know, anyone who can pull that off, it's a good sign. I feel like Gade's going to be quite uncomfortable here. I personally don't like A-ramp setups where it's one CT alone.
Mm-hmm. It's a one-and-done kind of spot where...
if they trade it properly, I have to say he has been pretty nuts. But, yeah, the flash is not great, but they eventually clean him. No one there for the trade. No compensation. And the late peek, AZ almost blocks his own vision and gets punished for it, but now they need to molly out ticket. Yeah, and that's just him dead.
They have so much time. That's the beauty of it. They start this push with still 50 seconds. So it's like, okay, you know, if there was 20 seconds, AZ's probably in a much better position because it's going to be so much harder to get things rolling. But with, you know, nearly 50 seconds to work with, they're like, cool, okay, get the molly over there, get a flash, take our time. And they are just slowly constricting this defense.
This is, 10 seconds. They finally put the bomb down. No one CT spawn, and Fesser, he probably doesn't have odds here. Teammates coming in slow. I think if Fesser didn't get that first kill, they wouldn't have even tried it. It looks like they might even, you know, turn around again anyways, but we'll see. They're coming up. They know one's default. And Fesser finally turned the corner. Kirby actually gets a kill. Oh, that could have been it.
That's such a shame.
Yeah, you can wall bang right through defaults. Kirby might as well try it, but now he's just thinking about the save.
They've got max loss now, Hyenas. They've got a couple guys on 3,000, so I think that's why they went for it. Where they're like, okay, even if we lose, we'll still have money to buy next round guys, so just see if you can make the magic happen. And unfortunately, that's just not going to happen. Kirby going to save that AWP, so good on him. They will have money for a full buy, Hyenas.
Yeah.
But they just need to, I mean, it's cool to save guns, but you need to start getting some rounds on the board here.
Yeah, there's no sense having a gun collection.
8 rounds on the T side now for Anonymo.
They're the ones who are going to be stuffed and mounted.
Not a good time. Not pleasant at all. And well, here we go. Anonymo. Do we get a change? No, we don't. Top mid. Minio kind of making some noise. Kirby going to be charging it, though. Loads of aggression.
Oh, he's using all the bullets.
Yeah.
Bring Kirby forward. Is he like, oh, is that a bait? Oh, no. Find the timing. Full flashed off AZ's, I think maybe palm flash, excuse me, from the A site. And Snacks can't find that duel. That could have made a world of difference here for the T's.
What a cool shot.
Jeez, just tumbles on down once again. What shot?
That snack shot.
Oh, the snack shot.
You know, just a quick swing. He pre-fired. Like, he was pre-aiming that angle. That was sick.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That would have been such a cool shot. Doesn't hit. Still, I'll give points for trying on that one for sure.
That's the Snacks, though. It's like these games, he clearly is super smart about where he's aiming and where he thinks he knows where they are.
Yeah.
He just sometimes doesn't hit the shot, but I think I'd rather be the guy who knows where they are anyways. Clearly going to have more impact in the long run that way.
Yeah, it wasn't like it was a clean kill from Kirby either. He's got to be counting his lucky stars that Snacks missed there.
Yeah, blessed him with that miss. Well, Hyenas, well, the 2 rounds they've won have looked incredible.
Yeah, 5 alive. Hold on, I gotta.
That's for sure.
What a meme. Yeah, both of them have just been 5 alive, complete
couple of rounds.
Stomps.
Out of the 10 rounds.
You're right. I forgot about that.
Well, one molly under Bal could be trapped. Oh my God, Kay's gonna be able to. Oh wow, that was not great. He could have. Oof, that was a bit. Well, okay, I mean, the trades come in anyways. Innocent will spot one under the balcony. But he sees the last 2 that are on A. One gets spammed. Very nice spam from Minio. Targeted harassment there to under the balcony. One at Tetris goes down, and Borup's last bomb is all the way back at spawn. And they'll go and grab that, but that was pretty nice. You know what? I was critical of Key for coming out of apartments there.
Okay.
But combined with that connector push, he literally just called out their 2 spots instantly as soon as he died. So even though he didn't get any compensation, he did visually, and that was enough. Because at that point, they're actually so close. The information is extremely valuable since they come up to the stairs. they can, yeah, there's no way to move from under barrel because that player A ramp gets spotted. So, yeah, that's actually a really good push. Really like that. I take it all back.
Listen, I like that. You know, you can recognize, you get credit where credit's due.
Fickle analyst.
Yeah, sometimes the thing is, it's just information is more valuable.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is. If you can get that info to your teammates.
These can't move from there. They can't leave. They can't. They actually have to. They actually have to fight a losing battle from that point on. And Anonymo win again. The first time in the 3 maps where they've had a winning first half, especially by this margin. The strongest start they had was 3-1. That turned into a 9-6 in favor of Hyenas. Map 2 is 9-6. And that didn't get any better, but this is all Anonymo all day.
So now we're into it. We do have double AWP on the CT side now for Hyenas. This is how they've elected to change things up. KRB sporting 1. Short push on mid from him, just holding that angle again if anybody's going to be up there. Minio. Instead, it's going to be, oh, the save! What a shot from AZ. Still doesn't save Gabe, but at least it's a 1-for-1.
Oh, they missed the molly. They don't get him out of that spot. CT gets smoked, bomb dropped to let him know it's definitely going to be A and Fesser. Very good spray control to take one more out, and he knows that duel is there, but AZ still wins.
Yeah, it's going to be too, he's just going to have the edge. He's going to have the advantage there. And now Minio, nicely done, picks up the 1. Fortunately for him, however, KRB is on short. Going to catch him in con, and that's going to be a 3rd round for Hyenas. Not a perfect round this time, but still they got the job done. So we can give him that.
Finally, a normal round win.
Yeah, but again, Fesser, here it is. Replay of him just kind of just dropping that bomb and getting the double kill. That made the difference. So this guy is definitely making a name for himself here in this run from Hyenas.
Yeah, I think he's been quite a reliable rifler. Some highlights there, looking good.
He's all right up there with KRB. So the two of them doing work right now for Hyenas. Easy.
Lucky to be alive. Listen, you don't kill the Opper. I mean, they're still every bit as valuable as when they had 100 HP. Now they may be a little bit more scary because of the risks they'll take, being on such low health. Gade under in default makes a nice maneuver there to pull back, and AZ continues to have impact. Low HP, so they ripped him up, but they didn't kill him. And he's still a 1-shot kill. Gade, amazing second shot there. And again, showing off his maneuverability all over the place.
Yeah, so sick that he's actually winning these duels like this.
Crazy.
And Innocent has been spotted, and Gade with another one. Quad kill for Gade in the round, a must-win round for Hyenas, and the in-game leader getting the majority of the work done there. A little bit of help from AZ.
Leading by example. Wonderful stuff. Chewing fiercely on that gum.
Got to burn that energy, you know, stay focused. But yeah, AZ chiming in with a bit of help. This was a sick one here, edge of the smoke.
Yeah, no crosshair too.
Just super clean.
That's a new bug. That's a new bug.
Yeah, it's coming through, right?
Spectator bug. That's
who needs it?
That one's a Valve's got to fix that one.
Ooh. Hard Eco, actually, they finally succeeded in breaking Anonymo's economy.
Wow, actually didn't think we'd see the day. Looks like maybe the 9-6 is coming, maybe.
Could be possible. Still 9 rounds on T side is. I don't think Anonymo should be feeling too bad about this half, no matter how it goes from here on out. But obviously, you always want more. Whew.
Wow, more than some warning shots. Beautiful headshot. Wow, he just won't stop.
Just deletes.
Doesn't even have to flick.
Quad kill doesn't take a point of damage. You gotta love it.
Reaction time.
But now this is it. Big round coming up. The final round of this first half. Anonymo.
No way we get 3 9-6 halves in a row somewhere.
You're right.
What are the odds of that?
Is it possible? Can it happen?
I don't know. I don't believe it.
They're so evenly matched, these two teams, actually. It's really entertaining.
Yeah.
But Anonymo, I mean, I would think that they're going to be able to come out ahead here just because of all these recent experience that they've got.
10-5 might be the final nail. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Oh!
That's so unfortunate.
Wow, I can't believe he's still spotting, actually, after taking a tag on that molly. But his shoulder peaks are very good. He takes a bit of damage, but not very much.
The fact that that molly spreads onto him There's that audio cue. It's just
That's it.
heart rate spikes to 1,000 in an instant. Yeah, because you know they could swing on you at that point, and you would be in a world of trouble. Gade, however, survives to fight another day. Mid control getting set up here for Anonymo. It's looking like they're going to manage it just fine as well, and so now we could see what is a very popular answer. No way does he survive this. Okay, there we go.
Yeah,
there's the trade.
Yeah, it's like you said. I mean, they'd have to get very unlucky. You know, the molly on the cat, but this duel is actually more important. Now, Kyler trades it back, and AZ comes in front of the molly. Borup actually finds his way out here, too. How is that even possible? I don't even remember how that came up, and it looks like we might be coming up to that 6th round. It is. Hyenas recover the half. And I think more importantly, just show that they're still in this game. 4 in a row to close out the first 15. Come back after the break for the second half. Anonymo, they're on the brink. They're on the precipice. But Hyenas are looking to prove that they are no slouches as well, that maybe they have put in more practice than we once anticipated and are proving that they're better than their match versus FPX. And I think it's clear that they have definitely made some strides since then.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt, they have definitely come together. I mean, there's the firepower on this team. I really would hate to see them go down without a fight. And well, there you go. Gade continues to show what he's capable of. Innocence on point. Gonna get 2. Such a close call. That definitely looked like it was gonna get out of hand there for a second, but the Hyenas just taking bullets to faces.
Oh my God. Somehow managing to rocket past all 3 and even win a headshot. Eventually the trade will come through. That is kind of insane. The 2 last kills that we saw on top of the balcony, and that's Anonymo taking a 10th quickly. And this will be the 3rd map where we get a 9-6 half, but also the first time that the team with 9 rounds gets the 2nd pistol. Because almost every single time it's been the kind of comeback
Yeah.
tied up. So will this spell disaster for Hyenas? I think is the question.
Well, no bomb plant, so this should be just a hard eco from them. And it's looking like that's what we're going to get. One Deagle picked up on Borup. So again, are we going to get those spicy Deagle headshots? Entirely possible. They've set a trap at top mid in case Anonymo wanted to try and play super aggressive. It's not going to be the case. Instead, Hyenas are just going to group up, and Anonymo are chilling. Key would love to see Key get into position here in connector still with that MP9. He'll get the lurk on AZ, but then all of the rifles getting the kills from there.
It's too good. It's too good. Big little snacks there in the corner, right corner of the window.
Big snacks, little snacks.
Big snacks, little snacks. Yep. Little Oreo.
Just a snack. 11-6.
Little gummy bear.
What is it? I mean, I guess you could hold on to the MP9s and play aggro close.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's a number of options. They could take over palace control. They could even push underpass with the MP9 and just hold it without actually going all the way through. They can double push upper B or play close upper B. Listen, I know Mirage gets a lot of hate, but it's a really good map. It's very versatile, and there's tons of CT options, and it's actually there's not one wrong thing that they can potentially do with these guns. So it's going to be hard for Hyenas to read. They might know that there are these SMGs up, but how to play against them is a different question. I think once upon a time it was all about that palace push, but I think these days people have changed it up quite a lot. Even playing close A ramp with an MP9 can sometimes be even scarier than using a full-on rifle. That high fire rate.
Yeah, exactly. You can just spray someone down in an instant.
Yeah.
And yeah, we will see a little bit of a presence at mid, at least from Key. Watching Snacks is back.
I'd love to do these bait setups, and it looks like Hyenas might be quietly avoiding the problem here. Grouping up for the B site hits. Innocent preemptively throws a smoke down. They reroute into underpass.
If they go connect to this, is brutal.
Yeah, no pressure. Yeah, definitely. That's just the triangle of death here from the CT side in connector, and Snacks to lead it with the very powerful AUG in hand. And they're hyper aware of the idea that someone could be doubled up in underpass, so aren't ready to peek that quite yet. Smoke comes down inside of the window, and now Anonymo might be worried about window room being taken over, but I assume they haven't broken the grate here. And the CTs find some more trades, but it goes back for Fesser with 2.
This is all over the place.
This is nuts, actually, but B site is open.
Yes, and they managed to make their way right onto it. Borup is going to get that bomb planted so quickly. Kyler has been patiently waiting by Palace this entire time.
Late mid Kirby, it looks like he will not be cleared here.
Got it.
Yeah, I mean, this is still. I don't know. He doesn't have any nades, is the thing.
He's collecting some now, and it's looking like he's deciding that rather than go for the retake with only a few seconds left, he's just going to back off and try and save this AK. Yes, save this AK. And fair enough. The setup was there, but I wonder if that firepower, if not upgrading the MP9s, is what cost him, not having the additional firepower in those trades.
But they keep it 3 deaths, and they also, it was like Fesser got those 2 key kills in mid. I mean, yeah, Fesser doesn't have the most kills, but I remember a Fesser round this game. A Fesser round or 2.
Well, we got a quick tech timeout here. Should get sorted out fairly quickly. But this was the must-win duel there from Snacks to start it off. It's just that Fesser and AZ, again, just going to town. Dude, Fesser, if you picked him for multi-kills on your fantasy,
yeah,
like, you'd be really happy right now.
You'd be rich.
You'd be really happy. Dude always seems to get kills in pairs. But
so the thing is, I think they meet their quota, though. Although Hyenas, win with a bomb plant and make some money, it's still Anonymo get the 3 kills, and they've got an even better buy now. So they still have their foot on the neck of Hyenas. I think it's if they win this round, if they even win 3 kills on this round, they're just always, as long as they keep getting 3 kills or get close to winning, then the Hyenas are always going to be on the brink of a double save. Having to come back, giving up the loss bonus over and over again. So
tech timeout called. Anonymo Just sitting there, man, here we go again. But not so this time, not so this time, in case they were getting a little worried. We're in on it. Anonymo back into the mix, and Hyena's ready to go. So this is going to be the round of kind of a weird buy. AZ's got a Glock? What's going on here?
I don't know, but AZ also is dead. He was quite, I guess they're actually quite low on money. I'm not even sure what happened, but now they've lost mid control.
What the hell is going on? Did he he had 1750 in the bank. Did he just forget to buy?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I actually have no idea what happens there, but at least he dies to the op, so he saved some money. whatever else he was going to buy, but I'm not exactly sure what was going on.
You're that silver lining kind of guy, you know?
At
least he died to the op. It's only $100.
No, I mean, at least he died to the op, meaning he would have died no matter what gun he had in his hand, right?
Yeah, fair enough. It's looking like it's going to be another B hit, though, in a second. And they have got short access. 2 players on the B side, however. Kyler and Innocent ready and waiting. Oh, that is actually very painful.
Other one softened up, but not dead. Borup's still alive. He wants some more, and he's... Oh, he misses an opportunity. Wow, that was... He just kind of slinks out of that. Kyler. Woo, clean shots. Crazy, crazy kill. And he keeps Borup's attention long enough for Kai to come out and find that duel. Yeah, on the bright side for AZ, he's got like the same amount of money as everyone else now as well. I'm not sure what happened there. Like, I am without answers. Answerless.
Answerless. Left wondering what could have been.
I'm in the void.
I am, yeah, we are. I don't think we're going to get an answer to that, so it may just be one of life's mysteries, and we just have to accept it.
It's between AZ, God, and the admins.
Yeah, exactly. We just have to move on. We just have to move on, not dwell. But it's going to be a quick mid here coming in from Hyenas as Naxa catches out AZ with the ramp lurk. Kirby, though. Nice bait. Nice jiggle. Doesn't get it, though. But that was very nicely done. Very clean work on his part. So, fairly textbook anti-eco coming in here, and then nothing too crazy. And this should be a fairly clean-cut round here in a moment. If they keep... Okay, there we go. They start walking. So, Minio isn't going to have an audio cue. Snacks is going to have to watch ramp on his own, of his own volition. Yep, and spots the second man.
Oh, he always knows.
And he's dead.
Wow, the warden in the watchtower sniped out of his post. Okay, gets refragged. 13-7 for Anonymo. And they're probably getting looser and more comfortable as the rounds pass. Now they upped the challenge with the better guns, and then they one-handedly they denied mid control. They did lots of damage on the bonus. They are building up a bank for themselves, and Hyenas. They aren't out of it by any means, but this will be one of their last chances to put a stand together. At least it'll be one of their last chances to definitely have an op, even if they do win, or even if they do win at this point. So we'll see if AZ can hit us with a flash of brilliance and find an opening. I mean, he could have been forward thinking. I'm still hung up on that Glock round and thinking like. Only way I'm going to buy an op.
That would be just the next level.
Yeah.
Omega brain.
Yeah.
Kind of play. I don't know, though. I don't know if we can go that deep, dude. I don't know if we can go that deep into the Matrix.
We're trying pretty hard these days.
Just call up Anders.
Yeah.
What happens next, Anders? 13-7, though. And Hyenas now, this is it. HE to the top. Going to try and do some damage. Easily dodged there by Hyenas. They saw that coming. Looked like it could be a quick split, though. There's 2 to ramp right now for Hyenas chilling. And with no aggression coming their way. Nice shot from AZ.
Oh, really hanging out there inside of connector over top of the smoke. Certainly overstaying his welcome a little bit. And Innocent, I think this is hurt, but wow, Fessers. Oh, what a crazy couple of kills. Unbelievable. Jackknife frags over top of default. And they've got one to answer back with a mid-side smoke. This is actually a pretty good smoke. I think it allows Kyler to gain some control back. But and there's no kill in connector just yet. I mean, he's taking some kinds of risks here, which is actually, it looked like it actually would have been the best play he could possibly make if he had found the timing. But still, 4 up, man. Another amazing round from Fesser.
Again, dude, the guy just gets kills in pairs. It's crazy.
Yeah.
He is the multi-kill god on this map at this point. Snacks hoping to just save this AWP. They would have money, but I mean, if he can save this op, that would make a huge difference for his team going into the next round. Hyenas don't have any, they do not want to be losing anything right now, and so I think we'll get that gentleman's agreement where they each kind of just hang back.
I'm kind of starting to see, like Maui referenced, I think, the interview where Innocent said Kyler was a little bit of a Yakinder, and I see what Maui saw, which is
You're getting that vibe?
No, he's not that, but I actually saw that from Fesser just now. Like, Fesser felt that was like more of a Yakinder play right there, taking heat and just running, like thinking that he knew where they were, and then just coming up the stairs, perfectly clearing Innocent over the corner of the smoke, and then that was a beastly shot on the default. There's nothing you could do about that.
He had that read. He had that read.
That was good stuff.
No, so sick. And so now, well, what is this going to do here? There will be just enough money for Anonymo to get a full buy. Hyenas going to be very happy to get that. I'm sure Key's going to be kicking himself for hanging around long enough for the smoke to clear and for him to get picked off like that in connector. And so we'll see if he continues to show that kind of presence in con early. And he is going to be able to just make it across. Nobody quite peeking. He isn't going to be alone forever, however. Kirby and Fesser very close to taking over con, and just beautiful. The angle is superior for Kirby.
Yeah, it's crazy because there's 2 ops. I can't believe wow, this is nuts. They get some info. They push Minio out of this position, but the default molly means they know that he can't be back there, and they take advantage of the situation. I'm not a huge fan of the way they set this up, I'll be honest. With the player inside of connector, I feel like they were not making use of the, oh my god, what a crazy spray. All the way down to the last bullet, both kills, and one of the ops gone. But I'm not a huge fan of the way they set up there in connector. No chance for the refrag, not using that long line with the op onto connector. I think this would be a spot where playing ticket and taking over a ramp control, taking over pallets, I feel like would have made more sense.
Okay.
And then using the other op however you want, either in B, cap, whatever it is. But I feel like they really weren't taking advantage of that with no mid presence whatsoever.
And so now, I mean, this is going to leave them in a bit of an awkward spot. They're going to be more interested in hunting down this gun, Hyenas. They've got more money in the bank. Can afford to give 1 up or 2. Kyler still hanging in here. It's going to be split second, and he barely survives it. So close.
Makes a difference. There was no op option here for Anonymo if he didn't save it.
So 13-9, and this is going to be the half buy. Maybe we get the hero op, but again, very quick plays coming in here from Hyenas. Really nice work from there. I like to see this quick pace. And again, more mid presence from Hyenas this time around. They're dodging these flashes. They figured out the pattern. Kyler going to get boosted to ladder, so he's going to be coming around through short with that AWP.
Oh, looks like it could be decently effective play. Are they over top of the box watching this? No, not quite. There is a way in for the op.
The nice thing for Hyenas is that they know the op was saved, so they can play around that information.
Yeah, that's a good point. They're trying to hunt this down.
And so for now, very patient stuff. We're going to get the smokes coming in. A little bit of a tricky smoke here in connector, though. Gade definitely aware of the possibilities. HE onto him. No, dodges the damage. And Minio just kind of crossing his fingers, hoping he survives this hail of bullets. Nice bait and switch. AZ going to get that kill for free on Minio. Man advantage for Hyenas.
Oh, there's a gun barrel going to be sticking out if Snacks nearly saw that. And the op, there it is. They finally found it, but what can they do with this info? Are they still going to commit to A? 35 seconds left. Oh, Snack sees a little bit of butt sticking out of connector, and he's hungry. He wants some. He's here to eat that ass, and he does get some damage off, and he finally finishes the frag. It's actually Kai. Kirby from the balcony will try to answer back, and another multi from Fesser, but now it's Innocent in a 1v2, and again, he has that op. It's a temptation. Do I want to go for it? Do I need to save? But he seems so primed and ready to attempt this. I don't know if there'll be the option. Double swing comes in on the right timing, and Hyenas break 10 with that.
Yes, they do. Double digits. And I think it's just going to be a half buy coming in here from Anonymo. If they force into this, it's not going to be the prettiest of buy rounds. And so they're still in the lead. They can still afford to give up a round, let Hyenas get up to 11. But you go with the Deagles, and anything is possible. You could still come up with 14 here. That timing, the spacing there for the trades were just not quite there for Hyenas.
Yeah, and another wicked multi.
Tough break for Kyler though. Wanted to help out in mid, and then that's obviously when he gets flanked. But this is going to be very quick coming through. Gade over the top, managing to find kills everywhere. Key, however, putting up a fight on A. Takes one with him.
Could be worse. Innocent will run over at one flash and take this newfound AK over towards B. I don't know if he's getting in the halls here safely. Let's see. He's going to jump over, right over the crosshair of Borup and then drop down into the side, I think, after realizing they might have spotted him. And yes, it could be a very important, we'll see. Well, it could be a very important save here for Innocent. We don't know yet.
Do they let him, though? I mean, when you're down to 2, yeah, you've got money to buy, sure, but you don't want to donate the op. So AZ has to play passive, and it's on Fesser.
Yeah. Oh, Fesser will start running, and Innocent has no idea.
What?
Wow, I don't know. There could have been comms from his teammates, or Ick. I have no idea.
That is very weird. We're going to get a call coming in here, a tactical timeout called by Anonymo, though. This is the big buy round here to stop the Hyenas from tying up this situation, and so they want to make it count. They have enough money for the double EWP if they wanted to go for that again.
You know, I think maybe he didn't realize how much was showing of his back, and he thought, I hear this, but he's still worried about the other guy.
Yeah.
And then assumes he can just hold this angle. Doesn't want to be a fool and turn around and get opt or something like that, maybe.
Yeah, now it's where you get that conversation going. What is it that they've been going for? Hyenas have been getting good control of top mid early.
I think they need to stop being connector. That's for sure.
Yeah.
That seems like some...
focus more on the extremities.
That's definitely not in meta, to be hanging out a connector late into the mid-round without mid-control when their other team is opping. Credit to Hyenas for like really opping it for a long time, but I don't think that opportunity should be there. It looks like another chance. The flick tries to come down. Oh my god, this round falls on its head. That is a crazy collapse of mid here. Brought to you by the CT side. I mean, they had to really smash that open. And AZ had a pretty good timing, but his attention got pulled in 2 directions with 2 players in the connector. And Kirby's going to suffer to this late peek at mid with the bomb dropped in vision, last known on the A-ramp.
Wow. Talk about calling for a bold move, right?
Yeah.
When you're just having trouble mid and you feel like you keep getting picked off when you're still playing it, you could play the extremities, or I guess you could just decide to wrecking ball it and go, okay, full flash and full fight and just get in there fast. Take the fight to them, and they get 5 players. They keep 5 players alive, Anonymo, in that crucial round.
Wow. What a call.
What a call. Yeah, that's bold. That's what's going to win you series. And I guess for them, you know, it's just a nightmare fuel if you get into another 15-15 sort of scenario going into overtime on Mirage.
Look at this. The flash assist just perfect from Minio and from Innocent. 3 flash assists between the 2 of them.
This is actually really good from Anonymo, right? You know, because it's just like, it's like a fight, right? Just end it. If you let it go to the judges, anything can happen, right?
Wow.
So,
whoa. We got something interesting going on here. There's a split on the A ramp and B, but there's the bombs upper B as well. And I don't know if they're going to fake upper B and run this bomb underpass. But with the 3 players here, they're trying to sell some kind of hard fake somewhere. But the setup looks like it'll get called out. The op will be able to fall back. It does get underneath the balcony, and Snacks has the audacity to go for another peek. They pull the goalie on the B site, and this means that it's open. Hyenas, will they be able to capitalize on this opportunity? They found a little bit of space, even though they don't have the player advantage. But this smoke allows them to come inside. This Molotov will cost Borup a ton of HP to make this retake potentially even easier, and the CTs are going to respect how much space the Ts have taken. But Borup, I mean, surely he gets cleared in this position. That's what you would assume. Let's see if he's been sneaky enough. They start to work out. My God, with such low health, he still gets a kill. 2-on-3 in this position. AZ finds one, but Snacks finds that trade. Last alive is Kirby. 1v2 situation. Defending against match point. They don't know where he is. He finds the first kill. They tap the bomb. They get off it. He hides, and then he finds it after. Peeks out the left side of bench. Headshot onto Kyler. Defends against 15. What an unlikely 1v2. I thought it was over from there.
Saves the op as well, icing on the cake. But yes, that is the fact that they managed to maintain it, but it's just too slow. It takes too long each time around. They win the duel, but there's just seconds being bled off the clock. And when the bomb is already ticking, I mean, that's what can happen. You just run out of time. KRB, of course, is going to play that perfectly.
Wow.
He's got the stones.
Yeah, he does that. How do you roll out of bed this morning with stones that big?
Awkwardly.
Oh my God. This is crazy because there's palace control with the op above. Headshot in through the wall. There's one spamming while they push out. What a good bait play, but still the trades are in favor of Hyenas and they punish Innocent trying to lurk in through the smoke to sneak out to triple. They'll not get caught off guard today. Hyenas live another day. And Anonymo still have another scary save situation. They need to stay alive, and they lose one of their two players.
This is it, though. That's all their money.
Yeah.
They have tapped their bank, Anonymo.
Holy hell. That is kind of crazy. I actually, running out of Palace, they had the guy in the back spamming while one ran out. That was...
I mean, again, though, but that was the thing. Anonymo with the bold call. This time it doesn't work. But they decide to rush Palace and try and really take the fight on the extremity this time instead of taking the fight in mid. Unfortunately for them, Hyenas just had different, just come right through on the other side.
Yeah.
But this is a disaster for Anonymo. Their money is wrecked. They have to hard eco and go into us. If they hard eco now, they'll just have it. Yeah. They'll have a buy in the next one. So some Deagle Kevlar looking like they're actually going to go ahead and get some Deagle Kevlar at least.
6 of the last 7 rounds here have been won for Hyenas.
This is so crazy. It's such an even match as well in terms of kills. Like, these two teams are so evenly matched. It's just, I mean, Anonymo right now, it's just nightmare fuel. You're going the distance again on Mirage. It's 30 rounds on Nuke. Overpass was fairly one-sided in favor of Anonymo, but now this is just going to get completely out of hand. AZ boosted up, looking for targets, not quite going to find one. Some patient play coming in here from Anonymo. Hyenas now, it's all just a matter of keeping their focus, keeping their cool.
We're peeking off this. It looks like we are. Oh, oof. Kyler went back in for that swing. Assumed maybe he'd have an extra second of AZ being blind. That was maybe kind of ambitious. Oh, man, that rifle almost gets punished. Snacks barely gets away with and eventually get hunted down. They'll at least see that someone is up here in the halls. And that kill comes out. Borup shuts down the push through upper B. And this opens up Cat, I think, for the attack on the T side. And immediately the rotation comes through as well. They try to bait this out. And now it's just a Deagle in the back of the site. You'd think unlikely here. Moving into 14-14 for Hyenas. Well earned. 8 of the last 9 rounds.
It has to be it has to be 30 rounds, Launders. It has to be 30 rounds.
Oh my gosh.
Anonymo, Mirage and Anonymo, it has to go the distance.
God, what a show with them always.
Oh, this is nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
And for Hyenas as well, I mean, they are on the edge. Nobody expected anything from Hyenas in this tournament.
Yeah, I mean, Anonymos were not sleeper. They did really well in the qualifiers, so there were actually kind of big expectations for one of the lesser-known teams. There's another kill to come out from the connector. Oh my God, another CT shutdown at mid. This time off of Cat. Kyler's in a position where he certainly gets 1 kill. Can he get 2? Double spray down. Another coming up. Through upper B, shuts down 3. Miano helps him. AZ, last one up. Where is he? Top of mid. Looking to basically save. There is almost no hope now. What a round from Kyler. I was kind of waiting for that.
The hero.
For some time.
He needed to be the hero, and he certainly showed up. So I was just thinking, Anonymo right now, what's flashing through their heads that they could be in an elimination situation after everything that they've gone through here. And then Kyler steps up and gets a triple kill and saves his team's hopes and dreams here.
Wow.
That's unbelievable.
Literally 3v5 there for a flash of a second. And AZ, surely his time is limited. They keep spotting him. Surely just waiting for a shot from either way just so they can peek. I mean, he's just dead as soon as they decide to kind of go for the swings. And that's it. They get to 15. 2 of the last 9 rounds, but this is one of them. And now Anonymo, they have odds. I think right now, if we were to see some kind of odds meter,
Okay.
the odds would say that OT is coming because there's enough money for HYENAS to buy. They win the vast majority of rounds. And even in this round, it was a 5v3 if not for this play from Kyler.
Indeed. This is just that 1 in 100 where, yep, Kirby's face says it all. Kirby's face says it all. You have to think that in HYENAS' minds, this is it. They've got the 2-man advantage. They're going to go on to B. They're going to murk them, and they're going to get that match point. And instead, now it's Anonymo on match point.
Yeah. Mid control once again, and look how audacious they're being. Still standing out here at mid. The smoke is going to come up soon, and Key finds a way to push through, get the kill. Smoke comes up, a chance for him to die, and he is feeling brave. Still sticking around. They could get punished from the Hall's push, but there's a trap set here from Sandwich to peek after Kirby takes a shot.
They just expect Kirby to be lurking in Palace now. They've made adjustments.
Oh my god.
That is unfortunate.
That could have made a world of difference. Nax ends up killing the lurker out of Halls. 5v3 Semler. This could be the last round of the game.
I can hear the others shouting right now watching this.
Yeah, it certainly feels like it. Anonymo are actually going to bring this home. But HYENAS, again, they've been fierce on the T side. They've made a huge comeback. They've won most of these rounds, and they bring one back. Fesser, key mid-round kill here with his rifle. Borup. He's been super solid on the 50-50s. Bomb in hand, though. This could be everything if he finds this. And Kyler, he's putting that aggression up. Borup goes a bit high with a shot. Bomb gets dropped. Snacks takes out another. AZ left alone once again. He goes down. Anonymo win in the 30th round on map number 3.
They've done it. Mirage again. All the reps pay off.
Chest bump.
Snacks with the chest bumps. You're not stopping this guy, dude. What a monster.
That is an elimination.
What a performance. And yes, HYENAS fall. They will not go any further here. This was a lower bracket match. And Anonymo, man, that's unreal.
They stayed strong. They stayed strong. It was a messy end and a hard-fought battle for HYENAS. And I have to say, I had given them no respect after that first series. But after this one, they looked a whole lot better and brought it close. But yeah, certainly you got to say Anonymo earned that one.
It's a painful one, man. It really is. It's such an even match. It's not like any of them underperformed on this last map either. Everybody was hitting shots. Fester, again, with the multi-kills. I mean, Kirby had his moments. Everybody had their moments on Hyena. And again, it's worth putting the emphasis on that the expectations were low when it came to HYENAS coming into this tournament. You know, everybody's like, oh, well, you know, they kept the 3 players. They got the spot. They didn't have to go through the qualifiers, right? Yada, yada. And yet here they are, you know, playing it close and really putting up a fight, and that's admirable. So good on them, and hopefully we get to see more from them in the future.
Yeah, certainly should. So let's throw it over to the desk. Monty, what do you think about all that?
I think we almost had a heart attack just shouting around in the back. It was it was really hairy there. The Kyler clutch was very impressive at the end. It could never be. It just has to be super close, I guess, on Mirage.
Mirage just keeps on giving. People that didn't want this map in the pool anymore, I don't know what you're.
Idiots.
Yeah, I don't know what they're smoking. I don't know what they're smoking. I'll say that.
Doesn't sound very fun.
No, doesn't sound like a good. Whatever that strain is, get it away from me. I'll say that.
And this series, though, this series delivered. I thought this was going to be the most boring one of the day, but here we are, and honestly, Mirage just going down to the wire.
Yeah, credit to HYENAS for looking like an actually decent team that can maybe move forward in the CS landscape and maybe do something, maybe do some damage. This was not their tournament, of course, but they looked better than they did on day 1.
Yeah, if this is a real team that's going to stick together for the long run, I'm honestly kind of excited to see more of them. I know I kind of alluded to the fact that I wanted to paint them as the villains here, and Anonymo the heroes, of course. But honestly, hats off to Hyenas, well fought, and congrats to Anonymo on their victory.
Yeah, really heartbreaking too to Hyenas. I mean, they almost completed that comeback. If it hadn't been for Kyler just stopping them, it looked like they were gonna, at minimum, send the game to overtime, if not win outright. That was really, really down to the wire there. Snacks once again delivering on Mirage, another standout performance for the long-time veteran on Anonymo. I don't know what you say about that round, though, or that map. It was just so exciting the entire way through.
So back and forth, so many good rounds from Anonymo, so many times when it felt like Hyenas might be out of a round, but they fight their way back into it. And just honestly, this is one of those games where sometimes you could look at the positions of players and you think, okay, this round surely is Anonymo's, but then somehow Hyenas fight their way out of a sticky situation.
Yeah, really exciting. And we did see some good plays from Anonymo there, particularly on the tactical side, some good IGLing. We're going to start with round 11 to take a look at, because you like the map control that Anonymo was taking throughout the round.
Yeah, so if we hop right into this one, we'll see how Anonymo are just taking that early mid space. This is like been their bread and butter in all of the games we've seen against NIP especially, and the way that they were able to crunch onto the bomb site showed that even though Hyenas had a really solid defense here on A, it was Anonymo who came up big in terms of their map control and how much pressure they just put on the defenders.
Yeah, this was Anonymo just forcing it in, really, just making the A play happen. It starts with this frag coming out from Minio and Snacks AWP to open things up. And even here, I mean, Gade's kind of an unwinnable position, 1v3 on the site with no help, with Besser just really separated from him. And that's kind of the trouble sometimes when you have players pushed up at parts of the map, disjointed like that. As soon as the split comes in, it breaks it apart.
Yeah, even though actually Hyenas found that opening pick of the round, like that doesn't tell the full picture. I know that people like to focus on the opening kill stat. It's important. I'm not gonna lie or anything, but it's just that when you have that much map control, it's like one kill is not gonna actually stop the whole floodgates from opening.
Yeah, we also wanted to take a look at round 25 to show some of Anonymo's aggression as well, because that was a criticism that we had in the last map, is maybe playing a little bit too passively, but that was not the case here on the CT side.
Yeah, look at the top of the scoreboard. 4 straight for Hyenas, and really it didn't seem like Anonymo had any answer to their mid control. It was coming fast, loose, and honestly, every time they were just getting outpicked, outfought. Nice flashes timed from Minio and Innocent to make sure that Snacks and Key get free kills at mid, and suddenly this is a 5-on-2 in a blink of an eye, Maui.
Yeah, this is a really nice round from Anonymo where they just found the perfect timing to go for that mid swing, and then the player that's on the A site in Minio just uses his smoke and actually plays his life perfectly. Like, that's exactly what you want from an A anchor, not to give up that space, not to give up any control, and then Anonymo, they're able to just find the last player towards middle and care B, and all in all, I think that already demonstrated properly what we wanted to see from Anonymo, just that flash through the connector, the swing towards middle, and the anchor's not really falling apart by the seams. Just all in all, good stuff from Anonymo, and gotta give them a lot of props because they actually put together a really solid defense in this game, although it did come down to the wire.
Yeah, and it's surprising because you look at that round, it's 14-11. They're coming off a really strong round win. However, Hyenas managed to get themselves back into it, and it really did come down to round 29 here because it was looking dire for Anonymo, looking like it probably would have been minimum overtime for them. And then we see this great clutch from Kyler, the young player on the Anonymo side, and showing what he can do in a high-pressure situation, which is an excellent play, especially for someone with as little experience as he has.
Yeah, starts out with, a few failed duels on the round, and Kyler just steps up, takes a step out, and finds the frags, and hopefully we'll get that here soon. But, that's kind of well, here it is. So right here, Snacks gets picked out of connector, AZ, and for Hyenas, right, this is so big. You're up in a 5-on-3 already. You have all the map initiative. Just one player left to find here on B, and Kyler steps up to the challenge, is just deleting people.
Yeah, great spray control there to get the first 2. And, especially after this play, too, we saw in the player cams Innocent just jumping out of his seat and going and, congratulating Kyler. He knew exactly what was on the line. Somebody had to step up, and he really delivered. So congrats to him. That's a great moment for a player who's so young to have in their memory for the rest of their career.
Yeah, and just we didn't even talk about round 30, but the power of momentum from round 29, they were all so hyped about that. Round 30, it didn't even feel close. Like, they just smashed them. They got them right out of of the server after that. And that's the power of a boot camp, actually. The fact that you can carry those kinds of spirits from one round to the next because everybody in the room has been uplifted now that your young fragger is actually performing up to the standard or the expectations or potential that they know he all can get to.
All right, I've got a question for you as we look forward into the tournament for both NIP and Anonymo, actually.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask you guys to do a little bit of comparative analysis here. So which of these things is true? Now, they can all be true. Is NIP worse than you expected? How much did Hyenas improve between their first match to this one? And also, how much of this is Anonymo playing to the level of their opponents if you think NIP is good, but Hyenas is worse?
For the first question about NIP and are they worse than what we thought they would be, I would say that NIP right now are probably not as good. They're probably not as